Well, howdy friends, Brian Flechsig of Mad River Outfitters and the Midwest Fly Fishing Schools, and I'm coming at you with a quick update on what's new from our friends at Cortland. As you all know, we love Cortland. We also love Scientific Anglers, and we love Rio, we love Airflow, but I tell you, Cortland is really doing a great job these days. As our good friend Flip Pallet often says, these folks listen, and they really do. You know, Flip Pallet started working with them, I don't know, about 8 or 10 years ago. And of course, as you all know, my favorite fly line, the High Vis Flip line, was designed by Flip and is now marketed through Cortland. But anyways, the big news that many of you have heard recently is our good friend Kelly Gallup is now on board with Cortland and designing a bunch of new lines, including some sinking streamer lines. So we should be hearing about those sometime in 2025. But there are a few things worth noting, a few new lines worth noting here in late 2024, early 2025 that we wanted to bring to your attention. And first of all, of course, put those on. Cortland has brought out a line that they're calling the Headwater. And the Headwater is their answer to these creek lines. Everybody's got a creek line, and it's a short, quick, aggressive taper up front, designed for typically smaller stream type fishing, creek type fishing. And the cool thing about this one is a lot of the other brands are overweighted, while this one is true to line weight, which I prefer, and I'm gonna like it, especially on some of my slower action creek rods. I've already used this on my fiberglass rod, really like it for short, quick casts. Also, they make it in a one weight, which is worth noting because we're also very excited. Coming in 2025, Orvis is reintroducing their super fine series of carbon rods. They're bringing back the one weight. They're bringing back the ultra fine, which is a 2 weight, the tippet a 3 weight, and the 711, which is a 4 weight, and of course the far and fine, which is the legendary 7-foot 9-inch 5 weight. So anyway, that's a side note. Hard to find a one weight and a good one weight fly line these days. So the Cortland Headwater, you can, of course, check that out at madriveroutfitters.com. Another line which I tested this fall for Cortland, I like it a lot. Kind of reminds me of the Flip Pallet High Vis line, but it's a longer taper. It's a longer back taper, especially to this line. And this line also is true to line weight. Now, this backcountry was designed for, it's part of their Tropic Plus series, so it's theoretically a saltwater line, but no reason you couldn't use this bass fishing for that matter. But it's ideal for tarpon, snook, redfish, sea trout, anything you find in the backcountry, fishing for mangroves. But that longer taper might allow you to change directions pretty quickly, and it's going to allow you to pick up more line if you're just banging the mangroves, or for that matter, banging the banks of a bass pond. So the backcountry from Cortland is a line we're also very excited about. That's going to do very well. Cortland has also really led the Euro nymphing line craze. The Cortland Euro lines have been sought out by the competition guys. By far our #1 selling Euro lines, no question. And they've made some changes, and some good changes, but they basically had 4 different lines that they offered in the past, and they've narrowed that down to 3. And first and foremost, you have the Euro braid core, which is a braided nylon multi-filament core. It's good for a variety of different weather conditions and situations. And this is a very good selling line, but they've also made it such that on one end of it, it's sage green, and on the other end, it's chartreuse. So if you want to be stealthy, you can use the sage green side. If you want more high vis, you've got the chartreuse side. So that's the braid core. And then they also have the mono core. And the mono core, a lot of folks prefer this. It might not be as good for super cold conditions. might be a little bit better for warmer conditions, but a lot of folks like the monocore because you get you get a little less sag in between your guides on your rod. And also a lot of folks claim it's a lot more sensitive. So you've got the braid core, which comes in 22 thousandths level, or you've got the monocore, which comes in 17 thousandths. And man, that's going to be the ultimate in sensitivity. Also available in 22 thousandths as well. So 2 diameters there. And then mostly I think this line is going to dominate those that like to fish Euro, but then also maybe utilizing the same rod, the same reel, and the same line even, might want to turn around and throw a dry fly. So this is called the Versatile Euro, and it's essentially a double taper fly line. And again, they've made it sage green on one end, chartreuse on the other, so you can switch it around depending on what you're looking for. But then it also tapers down to approximately a 10-foot taper. It tapers down to the 22 thousandths that you're used to with the level mono or Euro lines, excuse me. And this one does have the welded loops on the front. The only thing I will point out is at 22 thousandths, you're gonna have to be very careful with the butt section of your leader. You're not gonna be able to take a standard 3X or 4X leader off the shelf in a fly shop. You're gonna have to seek out or better yet, build your own leader if you're gonna throw dry flies with this. So because that 22 thousandths tip is not gonna feed much energy into the butt section. So just be aware of that. I think there's some info on our website about that, or you can always pick up the phone and give us a call. So again, you've got the braid core Euro, you've got the monocore in 2 diameters, and then the new Versatile Euro, which can be used for Euro nymphing, and then you can turn right around and make a dry fly cast with this. So this is gonna be a hot line. Just beware, it's out there. So that's what's new for Cortland. Stay tuned, there's more coming, 2025. We've got Cortland guide outfits on the way. And then we also have some news on some new high-end spliceable hollow core backing that's going to be affordable. So as soon as that stuff's available, should be right after the first of the year, 2025, and we'll of course keep you updated. So as always, friends, that's what's new from Cortland Fly Lines. Really honored to be a Cortland dealer. Again, congratulations on picking up Kelly Gallup. That's a big score. In fact, I was sitting right next to him when he made the announcement this summer, and I know he's very excited about it as well as you guys should be, as are we here at Matter for Outfitters. So as always, friends, thanks for being here. Please subscribe to our channel. You know it's free, doesn't cost anything, and it really helps us out. So we'd appreciate it if you hit the subscribe button and hit the like button. That just makes us feel good. And stay tuned. We've got a lot more fly fishing content coming your way.